Oh. Another scandal. We rarely, well, we do talk about KKK Kim. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about KKK Kim. KKK Kim is involved in a scandal, honey. And apparently, first people was thinking that it was Big Papa, but no, this ain't Big Papa. This is a whole nother man. Us Magazine was the first to report on the night, all over the TikTok, honey. And Kim is being called to respond to a woman, hold on, who um who is accusing her of sleeping with her husband. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Kim Zolciak demands rumored boyfriend Kyle Mowat's ex keep deposition details private. So Kim Zolciak has been called in to a divorce hearing, okay, between Kyle Mowat and his soon to be ex wife, Jillian. Okay. Jillian publicly served KKK Kim Zolciak with a subpoena demanding answers on whether she had received gifts from Kyle. Okay. So apparently, Kim has been freaking and sneaking behind Kroy's back. Okay. Because Kroy ain't had no money. So Kim had to get it from somewhere, honey. I don't know. They probably live in the same neighborhood. She probably was over there playing golf and tennis with this lady husband, and now they all she done accepted all these gifts. Okay. On Tuesday, October 14th, the Bravo star 47 filed another motion over Green's request that she turn over any private messages exchanged with Green's husband. Now, Jillian had demanded that Kim produce all the texts, all communications regarding gifts purchased for Zolciak by Mowat, and any business that he owns, any documents related to her financial relationship with Mowat, and any monies loaned to her by Mowat. Now, Zolciak has responded and said, has responded and has been in talks with Green's attorney about her being deposed since May. Zolciak says she wants to be open about the situation, but she wants Green to promise to keep any information or transcript of the deposition private. That's giving me Kim no. Kim, whatever they say Kim was doing, she was doing that ish. Kim was like, I had to pay these bills, honey. I can't help it. Your husband gave me some money. Kim said, in light of her public profile and her own pending divorce action, it would be best to agree to a confidentiality agreement before moving forward. As you know, Zolciak is in the middle of her own divorce. They ain't divorced yet from Kroy. Okay. Green's lawyers allegedly said the proposal agreement was too restrictive, and they haven't reached an agreement. Now, of course, Kim said 4 months later, on September 20th, a process server hired by Green served her with a subpoena during her son's football game. The substance of and intent behind Jillian Green's requests are extremely problematic. Zolciak's motion read, whatever desire Green purportedly had to employ discretion in serving the subpoena on Zolciak apparently and inexplicitly evaporated during the process of negotiating a confidentiality agreement. Zolciak's lawyer is arguing, public figure or not, there was no justifiable reason for Zolciak to be served on a weekend at her child's school in front of her child, his classmates, and other parents. Now, apparently, Kim believes that all this should be private. Okay, this ain't even your business, Kim. You are in these people' marriage business, and if she want to put you on Front Street, she should. If I were her, I would write a whole Facebook post. Put it on Facebook. Put the pictures out there. We need a whole nother Gail Lewis saga with KKK Kim Zolciak, the ghetto white people drama version of Gail Lewis. Okay. It says Zolciak said she was in talks with Green's lawyers and there was no need for her to be served, especially publicly. Okay. She said the request for certain documents were overreaching and should be rejected. Zolciak asked if the court does allow the subpoena that it entered the confidentiality agreement. The issuance of a protective order is appropriate in the instant case because the information contained in the record sought constitutes an invasion of Zolciak's privacy. The television star said she was a non-party to the case and a public figure. She pleaded with the court to grant her request to avoid her and her children suffering irreparable damages. Now, you don't think them damn body cam footages was already damaged enough, KKK Kim? You taking this married man money. The wife does not have to honor your wishes. In fact, she probably don't give a two shits about you, okay? The media has targeted Zolciak and her family for years without judicial intervention. There is nothing to prohibit or deter news outlets from publicly disseminating Zolciak's private information obtained at her deposition. Now, first of all, Kim's own divorce there wasn't a confidentiality agreement. Okay. Let's not forget Kroy put the damn American Express bank statements out. Okay. Kroy put the bank was showing that Kim was gambling all her money away. Kroy showed all that, but she want this other lady to honor a confidentiality agreement. That makes no sense. Exactly. Targeted how? Targeted by whom? Okay. You say she's supposed to be on this season. That's what I had heard, Zelene. I had heard she was gonna tip through. I don't know if I didn't think she was gonna have a peak, but I heard she was gonna tip through. The judge has yet to rule. Okay. Now, as was first reported, Mowitz filed for divorce from Green in March. He listed the date of marriage as June 24th, 2017, and said they share two minor children. The two have been fighting back and forth for months over money and other issues. Mowitz accused Green of having an extramarital affair, which ruined their marriage. Green alleged Mowitz was the one who had an affair. She also alleged that he transferred millions of dollars into a trust, which she has no control over before the divorce. Now, it's this gentleman on TikTok that y'all have been tagging me in, and shout out to him. I want to play the video. Hopefully, he won't mind. Shout out to It's Me Darian over here on the TikTok. Honey, he broke it down. He had the people's pictures and everything. And why this man look just like Kroy? He looked just like Kroy. Hold on, let me put this in there for y'all. That man don't he look like Kroy? He looked like the Temu version of Kroy. So apparently this is Jeff, okay, the one who was giving KKK Kim the moolah. Hold on, we're gonna listen to the story as told by It's Me Darian.
I was just about to get up off my ass and go out here and cut my front and backyard and give me some steps in, with my watch or whatever. And then this story that I shrugged over in the beginning pulled me in. And now my motherfucking ass can't move. This
Is that music playing in the background, Darian? Why you got that music playing in the background? But okay, we gonna try to chug it along.
Mr. Kyle Mowitz, I think that's how you say his last name. And Kyle is a very rich motherfucker. Kyle is married to Jillian Green Mowitz, or whatever her last name is. And they rolling in the dough. They rolling in the dough. And y'all know ain't no mess like white mess. Kyle and his family.
I feel you on that one, Darren. There is no mess like white mess. Look at Temu Kroy at work with his little tuxedo on. That is Kroy all over again. That is an older version of Kroy, probably.
They have so much money. They smart. They put it in a trust. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the way to go if you do it right. Like I said, Kyle is married to Jillian. Well, Kyle and Jillian are in the midst of a divorce, and it's pretty nasty, y'all. It's real nasty.
Pay attention, chocolate Capricorn. Pay attention. This is KKK Kim's sugar daddy.
So Kyle filed for divorce in March of this year, you understand what I'm saying? And pretty much told the judge there wasn't no coming back from the marriage, and it was broken. It wasn't no way to mend it. I think they got like 2 kids or whatever. He wanted, to share custody. Regular shit that they do, you know what I'm saying, when you're going through a divorce or whatever. But Jillian said, nah, motherfucker. I got some shit I want to get off my chest.
Jillian said, "You is not getting out off this easy, okay? Yes, not with a family net worth of 4.5 billion. Honey, Kim was Kim was getting all the bills paid."
Jillian said,
Well, except that house, okay? I guess Jeff must have had boundaries.
My husband ain't worth a damn, and he got the money in a trust, and we are very wealthy people. And what he trying to do, he on that fuck shit, and I want my children to be taken care of, and I want to be taken care of. And Kyle hit back and say, no, Jillian's motherfucking ass can go get a job. She ain't no better than nobody else. This our money. I don't give a fuck what Jillian's saying. Me and Jillian live in separate houses, and Jillian got a nice ass house down there.
You know what? You know what, y'all? This is probably why This is probably why Kim's house was saved from foreclosure so many different times. Okay. Kim had this little ace of spades in her back pocket. Okay. The ace of spades, king of diamonds, whatever you want to call them, in her back pocket. And she was getting a little change to save the household. But apparently, when that divorce was filed, she couldn't get no more money. And yeah, the house went into foreclosure and the rest is history. And she's still with Kroy. They still over there scrimping, scraping, and struggling to survive. Hold on, we're gonna finish. Shout out to Darian.
Oh well, it's in Georgia. You understand what I'm saying? About $2-3 million home or whatever. But anyway, that's what he told the court. Jillian said, "No, motherfucker, you lying, and I got you right where I want you." Jillian says that Kyle's motherfucking ass started fucking around on her, stepping out on her in 2021. And it was at that time that Kyle created this family trust to put the money into. You understand what I'm saying? Jillian pretty much saying Kyle trying to run off with the bag. But like hell, motherfucker, I'm on your ass. That's, you know.
It's the translation for me, okay? It's the Ebonic translation to Jillian. Like hell, motherfucker.
That's my version, y'all. That's my version. So in essence, Kyle, she's saying you a fuck, well, you a fuck white boy. You know, whatever. Allegedly, of course, Kyle, allegedly. Jillian said Kyle put all their money in this trust, over 100 million or more into the trust or whatever, and he didn't tell her what was going on. And so she telling the court, she asked the court to hold his motherfucking feet to the fire. But the rub with the story is she subpoenaed the alleged mistress, that the alleged woman that Kyle was fucking down round on, a fucking with, or fucking down on a shaboinking or whatever.
Listen, this is why Kim wanted to be confidential because ain't no telling how many checks and how many trips and what she was getting from Kyle. If he had this kind of money, I bet Kim was racking it up.
Whatever y'all want to call it. So Jillian's lawyers found out who the woman was, or got wind of who the lady alleged side piece is, mistress or whatever of the situation, and they ran down on her ass and served her a subpoena when she was dropping one of her kids off at high school, and you know what I'm saying, and told that woman, you bitch, you better have your ass in court and very soon. And now the side piece is upset and nervous and don't know what the fuck is going on now. Now the side piece alleged right there.
This ghetto side piece right here with the 8 kids by 4 baby daddies. Okay, she over here tricking with this damn married woman husband, taking all their money. He done tried to hide the money on the side in the midst of the divorce, and now the wife has called the side piece to the carpet. Okay, this woman right here with the 4 baby daddies and the 8 kids.
Ain't no mess like white mess. Pretty much Jillian said, girl, you a slut, skeezer, cum, bucket asshole, and I want my money. Now mind y'all.
Yes, Kyle, Kroy, and Kim and the kids. Kyle, Kroy, and all the K's, okay? And a J.
Jillian is not playing with this man, his side piece, alleged side piece. She not playing no fucking games with that. Jillian said, motherfucker, I want the text messages. I want receipts. Anything that you got where he done got a piece of this poo nanny, I want proof. If you got proof, I want it. Jillian ain't fucking around with their ass, okay? Jillian got this lady here so rattled. She telling the people, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't want to be bothered with it. Why I got to come to court? It's causing me nervousness, pain, distress, and my stomach bubbling. I got to run. Jillian alleged that this man been tricking off with Kim Zolciak, giving her money, loaning her money, buying her stuff, and for what? For some Georgia peach or some Georgia.
Oh, my bad. It's only 3 oh, okay. That's okay. She only has 3 baby daddies. Okay, my bad.
Bunch of white poo nanny. But Jillian ain't playing around with their ass. And Jillian says she also want the text messages that Kim been going back and forth with her current husband. She going through the divorce with her went through car, whatever his goddamn name is. She want everybody to come to the courtroom. She want to air that bitch out, pretty much. You understand? Jillian said they been tricking everywhere, and she want the receipts from the hotels, from the flights, from the cars, from the food, from everything. Where they was fucking it everywhere. Jillian say, "Run me my money." She
Jillian said she gonna get to the bottom of this, honey.
gonna get paid. Pretty much, Jillian said this woman been tricking on her husband, and she want her goddamn money, and she want the key to that trust. Ain't tricking if you got it, Mr. Malwitz or whatever your name is, boy. You gonna pay out the frame. Lord,
This Kim Zolciak mess is messy, and I am here for it. Okay, what y'all think about Jillian? Y'all think Jillian gonna get what she came for? Jillian gonna get to the bottom of it? Okay, Kim wants it confidential for a reason. Okay, she don't want it confidential because she ain't do nothing. She don't want it confidential because she didn't get no money. She wants it confidential because she was getting them checks, okay? And she don't want to show what she was doing with them checks. And then Kroy gonna get access to what she was doing with them checks. Then Kroy gonna have a case against him. Child, a mess. I am here for it. Ain't no mess like white mess. And Kim is the ghettoest of them all. All right, y'all. Moving on. Like this video. Like